YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Swain. I'm back with another video. Got an interesting topic today, man. I really want to discuss. Oh, before I get started, hey, shout out to my dog Mac, man. Mac Manifest, bro. I really do appreciate you, man, for getting this made for me. So now I got a little co-host, y'all. I think this little Swain right here, man. I'm gonna put him up on the wall somewhere. We'll find a home for him. But definitely shout out to you, Mac, for getting that for your boy. I really do appreciate it, man. It's good to have friends who believe in you and invest in you, fellas. I'm telling you, your circle and who you are around is very, very important. But anyways, today's video, man, is going to be about the two type of men in the world and who exist. And I think it's very important that we understand the different types. You have a guy who values love and the hopeless romantic. He believes that, there's a such thing as the one and happy wife, happy life mentality, right? Then you have the guy who values freedom. You have the guy who values growth and who values being on his journey as a man. It's very important that you understand which type of man you are. And if you are the guy who values love and you really believe in the blue pill fantasies of society, then I think you should really reassess and check the situation. Because here's the thing, guys. Love is selfish. Love really doesn't exist, which is why you can't really define it. And there's so many different definitions of it because it's all about how that person is feeling in that moment of being in love, right? Especially dating women, guys. Women are very selfish with the term being in love, right? Because see, you could date a woman, and I'm gonna tell you why women are selfish. Women are selfish with this because they have a biological clock, right? And, there's things on their checkoff list that they want. They want family, they want kids, they want to be married, they want a husband. They want some the women who want these things, and they have to have it done by a certain time. And, if a woman is feeling good in that time and she feels like this situation is making her feel a certain way and she feels good, she's not really going to care about how you feel as a man by being with her. And what I mean is that, fellas, you will find that in your dealings with women that you will probably run across a girl who maybe really likes you. She wants to be with you. She wants to take things more serious, but you are not there mentally or physically. Maybe your finances aren't there. Maybe mentally you're not really there because you're in a period of growth and grinding. So you really don't have the time or mental capacity to invest in this woman. And it's not that you don't want her. It's not that you don't like her. It's not that you may not have strong feelings for her. As men, we're supposed to have foresight. We're supposed to understand that instant gratification is not the name of the game. In fact, it can never be the name of the game if you want to grow as a man. And with you knowing that, you may tell this woman something like, nah, right now is not the time. I want to take things a little slow. I really do care about you, but I can't really afford to be in a situation like that at the moment. And she will take that totally wrong. She will take it as if you don't want her. She'll say things like, because this happened to me. I'm speaking from experience. Maybe you all have dealt with it too. And then I'm going to get into what I'm talking about. But she may say things, the chick that I was dating at the time, and I told her something along these lines. And she was like, oh, is it that you don't love me? Or am I not good enough? Or you just want to sleep with all these women? See, what women don't understand is that we just can't exist, right? And it's very hard for women to understand this, which is why now I don't even try to explain it to them anymore. A woman just has to be attractive. A man has to provide things. And providing those things takes a lot of time, which is why typically men don't really reach their peak of on the sexual market value until they're like in their late 30s, early 40s, because it takes time to become a man who can provide and who can provide a certain level of security to a family or children or a wife or whatever it is that you have. That shit takes time. And when you're in this phase of trying to become that man, it's so hard to invest yourself into a woman simultaneously because women need attention, women need reassurance, they need things. It's like almost like a fucking kid, right? And that woman will not understand that. She will not give a fuck. A lot of times they don't care. They just want to feel good in the moment because women are very emotional. They think on how they feel, which is why you have a lot of women who are baby moms. It's not necessarily that the guy was inadequate or the guy wasn't up to par. She basically made a decision that was not in the best benefit for both parties. And when it gets hard later down the road, she's complaining about it. Because women women are about instant gratification. This is why they are the biggest consumers. This is why they go out and they spend their money and they impulse shop, because it's about how they feel. This is literally a statistic. Women are the biggest consumers, which is why if you look at a lot of commercials and advertisement, they're geared towards the female, because the female is the largest consumer, and that's where they're going to get their money from. So this is how women think in relationships, which is why I tell you guys that love between a man and a woman is purely transactional. It's a very selfish thing, especially on the woman's part, because it's all about what she can get and how you can make her feel. The moment that she doesn't feel the way you make her feel, or the moment you're not giving, you know how they be like, it's not giving. The moment she feels like you're not giving, she's fucking leaving and she's giving to somebody else. And this is why I say you cannot be a man who values love over your growth and your journey, because you will be, like a lot of these married men who are in these relationships and who have decided to be married before they were ready, and now they're wondering why their woman is masculine with them. They're wondering why their woman is talking shit to them. They're wondering why their woman is cheating or not giving up no ass and shit like that, because femininity cannot live in uncomfortableness, right? Masculinity can. Masculinity can be in a situation of being uncomfortable and still thrive, but femininity can't. Which is why a woman takes on a more masculine persona with men when she's with a man that's making her feel uncomfortable. You ever heard of a woman say, I just don't feel like I can be myself with him? Or maybe a woman has dated you and she says, I just feel like I can be, myself with you. I feel comfortable. Like, it's because it's all about how you allow her femininity to thrive. You understand what I'm saying? And this is why I say that women have, they don't really have the foresight that men should have. I'm not going to say that men have, but I think men should have, especially if you're taught or was raised by a single mom or a man who was domesticated. You could have had a father, but if he was domesticated, you're still going to take on those traits of the domestication of society, and you won't have foresight either. But as a man, you have to have foresight so you can see that, okay, if I make this move, this is what's going to happen. That's why the game of chess is called the game of life, because usually they're playing 3 and 4 steps ahead of what's actually on the board. And that's how you have to move in life with women. Even though you may like this girl, she may see that y'all could be together, but right now that 4 years down the road, this is how you're going to be with me, because your femininity is going to be uncomfortable. And you're not going to respect me the way that I desire to be respected. And it's not necessarily her fault. You as a man have to acquire certain things and build yourself to a certain standard or a certain status or level in order for that relationship between you and that woman to go the distance and actually work. But see, if women aren't thinking this way. They're thinking how they feel in the moment. So they will often guilt trip you and say, well, if you love me, you'll do this. Or I thought you loved me. Am I not good enough? And they say all these sorts of things, but it's all because they want to feel good in that moment. You can even look at the way weddings and marriages are played out, and you can see how selfish it is. You understand what I'm saying? It's all about the woman. It's all about what ring she wants, what dress she wants, how she wants the bride and groom and I forget what it's called because I don't really pay attention to fucking weddings, but how she wants the bridesmaids to wear and what color she wants and where she wants to go for vacation and how she wants to, what type of cake she wants and all of this shit. It's really all about the woman, because men, we don't give a fuck about shit like that. We just get married, sign some fucking documents and come back to the crib and fuck and go on about our day. But society is very gynocentric and geared towards the woman. And women know this, which is why it gives them more leeway to be more selfish in certain interactions and situations with men. And I'm going to tell you guys something. If you don't recognize this, you will make a mistake that you will greatly regret. And that's why I created this video, to stop you guys from doing that. If you happen to run across this video, there are a lot of married men who are very, very, very unhappy. They are very unhappy. Because they are in a situation to where it's one-sided. And here's the thing. Once you give a woman a ring, game over. That's why I say the ring was the biggest scam. Because now she has the backings of society on her side, right? She has the gynocentric ways of the system on her side. And basically she got you by the balls if you're married to her long enough. Because now you all have children, you pay child support if it doesn't work out. Now you are alimony because you provide a certain lifestyle and you must keep that lifestyle up for a certain period of time after marriages and divorces and shit like that, guys. It's just really, really fucked up which is why I tell you, as men, you must really make calculated decisions before getting into a situation with women. And sometimes you may have to lose a woman you care about. But, you know, that's the sacrifice that you have to make as a man if you want to become the best version of yourself. Why would you minimize or take away from you just to be in that feeling of being in love with that woman in your life for the moment? Because there's more than one person in the world that you could consider the one. You know how many fucking people are in this world? She's just the one because she is the one that's better than what you are around at the moment. But as a man, the better you become, the more access you have to higher value women. And simultaneously, the more access you have to gold diggers, but you have to be able to decipher which one is for you, which is why I tell you guys, don't lead with your wallet the more successful you become, because you want that woman to prove that she's for you and not for what you can give her, right? But what I'm saying is that the better you become as a man, the more options that you will have. So why would you, you know, lessen yourself or settle for what you are qualified for in your 20s? Because if you're or in your 30s, because if you're putting in the work, when you get in your late 30s, early 40s, you're going to be qualified for way more attractive and a lot more feminine women if you have your shit together. Because like I said, femininity can only survive if it's comfortable. You think she's going to be comfortable when you can't pay the rent or the mortgage? You think she's going to be comfortable when you don't have a car? You think she's going to be comfortable when you get fired from your job, or she's going to work and coming back home and watching you play video games all day? You think she's going to be comfortable? Absolutely not, because you have not provided and created an environment for her femininity to exist. But if you are a man who values love and she's the one, you're never going to understand this and get this concept. You understand what I'm saying? And this is the difference between guys who are successful with women and who are successful in life versus the men who suck with women. And they end up having to date some woman that's overweight, very masculine, unattractive, and they don't even want to fuck the bitch. But that's what they can get because that's what they qualify for. It's like a credit score. You understand what I'm saying? And your score your score is higher and becomes higher the more you add to yourself as a man. That's why your fitness is important. Your health is important. You know, having a business is important. Having foresight is important. Understanding that instant gratification is not the name of the game. Because if that's how you're maneuvering in life, you're going to lose with women. You're going to lose at work. You're going to lose when it comes to financial opportunities. You're going to lose with everything. And this is not easy. It is not easy to get to this state of existence, guys. Sacrifice is also the name of the game. And what I mean sacrifice, you're going to have to sacrifice time with women that you really like. You're going to have to do that. And if that means that woman has to leave, then so be it. I would much rather, you know, work on myself and build and become successful and that woman leave, because she can always come back because they hypergamous. You think if a woman leaves you when you're young and not on your shit, and 5-10 years later, she's scrolling on social media and she see that you are a successful man, you in shape, you handsome, you took care of yourself, you got a business, you got things going on, you don't think she gonna come back or try to come back? It's up to you at that point if you want her or not, depending on how y'all left or how y'all parted ways. Now, if she left you for some guy who she thought was better than you and you accept her back, then you a damn fool. But if you were to tell her that, hey, it's not the time right now, and she maybe went off and got with some other guy, or maybe she didn't give it nobody, maybe she just dated, and then 4, 5, 6 years later, you're ready and your shit's together, and if you want to embark on that journey, then do that. You understand what I'm saying? But it just depends on what type of man you are. Maybe you are a man who's a monogamous male. There are men out here who thrive better in monogamous situations. Or you might be a guy who's a cockhound, who likes to date multiple women. And if you are that kind of guy, you must be real with yourself. But look, that's a video for another day. That's pretty much it for the video, fellas. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, man. Until next time. Peace.